Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. I want all of my Patreon people and my Telegram people to please send the uh, uh, the uh, the property confiscation proposal to all city mayors, governors. Make sure you send it to NBC News, all of the television station network, because we have to start confiscating the buildings that are in our neighborhoods. Because a crime has been committed against us, we have discovered that, of course, 400, more than 460 acres, but roughly around that estimate, that we were removed from. And when we were removed from that, um, we were granted 640 acres, 840 acres of land. Well, our land, our gold and resources are stolen from us, and now we are being subjected to all kinds of police brutality. Even the food in the grocery stores, there is feces being sold in grocery stores. Beyond Meat is made out of Japanese feces. I uploaded the video uh, so you can see the video here, that the Beyond Meat is not what you think it is. And if that's the case, then what else is being sold in the stores? And not only that, but it's an abomination for any government agency that removed you from your homes to come into your community and to bully you in this manner is an abomination. So we can't continue to have them to rule over us in this manner where we don't know what's in the grocery stores, we don't know what's in our water, and it's an abomination. Now this ad came out in news ad came out in 11 years ago, where Japanese were creating their human feces and making meat out of it. So, what happened to the meat is the question. What happened to this 11-year-old ad? What happened to this meat?
Professor Ikeda has invented the first snakes based on proteins from human excrement. 日本に来ている下水汚泥をなんとか下水道局からの依頼を受けて下水汚泥の中にたくさん含まれているタンパク質をうまく取り出すことによって再利用できないかということで始めた Sewage mud is rich in protein because it is alive with bacteria. These bacteria are harmless because they are killed by heat during the manufacturing process. The red color is obtained by using food coloring. The artificial steak, according to initial tests, even tastes like beef. In fact, to refine the flavor, Professor Ikeda adds soy protein.
Okay, so I just wanted to just give you that, but that's okay. So obviously that's the worst thing, where feces is being sold in the stores. But not only that, but the city council people know it. They know that they removed us from our land. So you have to send the proposal, the property confiscation. The law will go into effect January 23rd. The Safety Act law, which would allow us to confiscate the buildings that are harming us the most, which are police officer building, police buildings, grocery stores. I mean, we don't know what's in our grocery stores. We don't know what food, who's preparing this food that we're eating. What we do know is that the government, city council, and the mayors absolutely hate the indigenous people. And they've been trying to murder us since they came to our country. So we have to confiscate our buildings that's in our 640 acres so we can stop being harmed by these people, if you want to call them people. But the city council people have to know that they have to be removed from office. We have to confiscate those particular buildings because they allow feces to be sold in stores. They allow your water faucets to have lead and fluoride coming in, pouring through your faucets when it's supposed to be fresh spring water coming through your faucets. You're supposed to go into a store blindfolded and know that when you come out of there, you're going to come out with some healthy food coming out of your grocery stores. Well, we don't have that. You don't know what's in the meats or what's in the foods in the grocery store. So you have to confiscate the buildings in your 640 acres only. And by you doing that is you start with your apartment first or your house first. You put the property confiscation on your door and you don't never have to pay rent. It's your building. It's literally your building because you're within your 600, you're within your right to confiscate whatever building that's within your 640 acres. A prison, if you have a loved one that's in prison, let's say Larry Hoover would have to be removed from prison. You would have to send this to the warden in that prison facility and list the people that's supposed to be removed from that prison to go into the Promised Land facility in my community or in his community. Each person will receive their free Jetsons, RV motorhome coach, top of the line RV motorhome coach to travel to 7 to 13 different Promised Land areas in their 640 acres that we will create. That's why the law will go into effect because we're not asking, no, this is just what's going to happen because it's our resource, it's our land, and no one has the right to come into your land and to dictate what you should do, what you should eat, no white, Mexican, Chinese police officer should be in your neighborhood. You are indigenous to the land, and no white, Chinese person, Arab, whatever, is indigenous to America. You're not indigenous to America. So you cannot force any laws upon the indigenous people if you're not indigenous. Only the indigenous people can confiscate a government funded property. Any home, any business in your area, in your 640 acres, in your 840 acres of area, because you were removed from your homes. Gold and resources is stolen from us, so now we're going to use their money. That's an abomination. We can't use their money to live. If they stole our gold and resources, we have to get that back. We have to get the Smithsonian Museum back. We have to confiscate that. Because all of our resources is in the basement. They stole our resources, and by law you have to have it. You got to have it back because it's ours. Now the Safety Act law will go into effect January. That will coincide with the property confiscation, because by law a police officer is only supposed to ask what happened to you. If they give you a citation, that's what it means. Citation means that you can, like with the Safety Act law, it goes into effect. You can threaten, kidnap, and murder a public official. That's what it says. And you can only get a citation. Citation means they just want to know what happened. And that's the truth. That's it. That's how it should have been. Where if a crime, if someone is molesting or killing your children and they are police officers and they're shooting you down and they're accusing you of crimes, you have a right to confiscate those people, put them in their place, however means. And if they're if they're within your 640 acres or 840 acres of your land that you were removed from, where are you going to go but to protect yourself? You have to protect yourself. And the crime is being committed by all city mayor offices, city council, governor offices that think they can just come into your community and run your community the way they see fit. That's a crime. That's why you have to send this property confiscation proposal. It's 11 pages, and it goes at least detail on how we will be confiscating our buildings to save ourselves for our health and safety reasons, our health and safety purposes. We have to have it or we'll all die. If we don't get a hold of the evil government that is taking over our land since 1800s, then we'll all die if we don't take a hold of our community. So this is how you do it. You download the proposal and you send it to, you email it and fax it to every single city mayor and city council in your local area. Your news, NBC News, ABC News, CBS News station, email it. Email the property confiscation to them so they will know that before January, we're going to be confiscating our homes to change the locks on the door so that we can have our home. So then also too,